Hi guys, good evening. How are you feeling today? I am so happy to see so many of you here with us today. And thanks for saying hi to us in the chat. I see Foki, I see Kush. Hi Stephanie, hi Tony, hi Snow, hi Amadia. Hi Raj, who say, I'm already on my first drink. Awesome. Hi Natalie. Welcome guys. Thanks for joining us. So for those of you who are joining us for the first time, I'd just like to let you know that don't worry, you're not able to see the rest of the people. You know, there are actually a lot of participants on this call right now. You are not able to speak as well. So don't worry about muting your mic or about your video. But what you can do is like what I've said, you can say hi to us in the chat, you know, like, so hi William, hi Joseph, hi Hajono. You can also use the poll. I'll be putting out some polls and surveys later as well. And of course, if you have any questions for our special guest tonight, you can also use the Q&A box. Okay, so let's see who else is here. We have we have Tessa, and then we have someone very cheeky. The name is Yay, you are in. Yes, all of you are in. Okay, so tonight's webinar is actually very interesting. It's about a love audit and also helping you to design your best 2021 next year. So I would like to hear from all of you who are here. So why did you decide to sign up for today's webinar? You know, what is the one thing that you hope to get out of tonight's webinar? Let us know in the chat right now. Yeah, so waiting for your answers. I want to know, why do you decide to sign up tonight? You know, like what are you hoping to learn? What are you hoping to get out of this session today? Yes. Okay, so Hadrono say good content. Wow, Hadrono is a big fan of ours. He has not even heard the webinar. He knows that we are going to have good content because I think Hadrono have attended some of our past webinars as well. Okay, awesome. So I also would like to hear where are you from? So you know, like I know that a lot of you guys are usually from Singapore, which is where I am here right now. But I know that our special guest tonight, she's actually from Hong Kong. So anybody from Hong Kong here, let me know. Okay, so we have Natalie who say she's attending this because it's a reminder for her to not give up. Yes, definitely, you should not give up. Yes, so we have Hadrona from Jakarta, Priscilla from Jakarta, and we have Cindy. Cindy say, hi, I'm from Hong Kong. Carly say, I'm from England. Tony say, from Malaysia. Yeah, awesome. Anybody from Thailand, from Singapore? Surprisingly, we do not have people who say they are from Singapore yet today. We have Mona Lisa. We have Tracy from Hong Kong. We have um, Samina from Hong Kong. I don't think that's your real name, but Ken from Singapore, Mona Lisa from Malaysia, Joshua from Singapore. So Joshua say he's keen to learn how to better connect with a potential date. Awesome. Kuch is from Singapore, Evelyn from Singapore, Krishan from Malaysia. We have Gordon who have just popped in and say hi as well. Okay, awesome. So as usual, you know, like we have our crowd tonight who's from all over the place. And tonight's webinar is also being broadcasted live on Facebook as well. So if you are joining us on Facebook, I just want to say hi. So usually we do not always broadcast on Facebook. So if you would like to join our future webinars, do sign up for our webinars at lunchhd.com/webinar. Okay, so it's been a while. I think I've asked this question. So I just want to put out a poll right now. So again, you know, like for our newcomers, we want to let you know how it works, right? Okay, so my poll for today, very straightforward. So is this your first time joining a Lunch Actually webinar? So you should see the poll in front of you right now. So if your first time, let us know. You know, if you're a big fan, you know, like Hadrono, you can let us know as well. So okay, tonight everybody is voting very quickly. Awesome. So I think about 60% of the room have already voted. If you have not voted, you know, please vote right now because we want to hear from you. Okay, so tonight we have a very even, I would say, spread of people. Okay, so about 30% of the room tonight is attending this for the first time. Interesting. So those of you who are attending the first time, maybe you can let us know, how do you know about our webinar? You know, like do you get our EDM, our our electronic direct mailer, or do you see us on Facebook, on Instagram, or your friends introduce you? Let us know. So how do you actually hear about us, you know, since you're attending for the first time? And we have the rest of you, you know, like have attended many times. So for example, like 23% of you have joined more than 5 to 10, and then like 17% of you said I've joined more than 10 times. I'm a big fan. Awesome. So thanks so much for joining. So we have Gordon who says I'm super first time. So actually Gordon is kidding lah, you know, like he has joined many times. That's why he says super first time. Haha. Tony say heard about us from Google. Roman say heard from our electronic direct mailer EDM. Okay, awesome. So for our newcomers, right, I want to just do a very quick introduction. So as you can see from Zoom, my name is Violet, and so I'm the CEO and co-founder of Lunch actually, which is the company that is hosting this webinar today. So I actually started the company about 16 years ago with my then boyfriend, now husband. Yes, so the motivation behind it is that I was working in a bank and I saw that a lot of my colleagues were single and not dating, and I was quite curious why is that so, because I'm sure all of us have friends who are bankers, and usually bankers, they are well groomed, you know, like they are eligible, they are attractive. So I was quite surprised, you know, why is it that they are single? Do we have any bankers in the room tonight? You know, let us know, like then maybe you can share with us. Okay, so anyway, I also have another group of friends who are like getting married, getting engaged, and they are about the same age as my colleagues at work. So I was wondering, like, why is it one group is like getting married and getting engaged, and the other group is like, you know, not even dating? So I realized that people who are getting married, usually they met their other half at school or at university, and that's actually where I met my husband as well. So I realized if you kind of miss that opportunity of meeting someone at school, it gets increasingly more difficult. And it was about that time I came across the concept of lunch dating, which I thought was a fantastic idea. Because one thing I've noticed about my banker friends is that, you know, they work really long hours, but they always have time for lunch. So I thought, you know, like instead of just meeting someone that you already know for lunch, why not meet someone new? And who knows, something might actually come out of it. So that was the inspiration behind it. And as they say, the rest is history. We have been doing this for 16 years now, and we are in 5 different locations. We are in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Indonesia, and Thailand. And we are very, very happy to, other than having a matchmaking service, you know, where we matchmake people one-to-one, you know, we will meet up with them first for the profiling, and then we'll find them a suitable match. Each match is all like handpicked. And then after that, we will arrange the date as well. So, you know, all you need to do is just to turn up, you know, like enjoy your date. And after that, we'll get your feedback as well. So that's, of course, you know, one of the things that we do. But other than our matchmaking service, we also have date coaching service as well. So we focus on date coaching, we focus on image coaching, because what we believe in is that our philosophy is really to not only, you know, be a platform where we connect singles together, but our philosophy is to find the right one. You also need to be the right one and choose the right one. And that's also one of the reasons why we have been running these weekly webinars. So, you know, like some of you have been attending our webinars week after week, you know, thank you so much for your support. And for those of you who are attending this for the first time, this is actually our 40th webinar. You know, like I was also quite shocked when I see the number. So we actually started this during the COVID lockdown period, and we just have been going on and on since then. So we have been running the webinars in English, in Bahasa Indonesia, as well as Cantonese as well. And I've done one and only one session in Mandarin. Anybody attended my Mandarin webinar, you know, let me know in the chat right now. Okay, so like I mentioned just now, other than having the matchmaking service, we also have date coaching service, image coaching service, and most recently we also launched our dating app. So it's actually available for download at the app stores, so you can check that out as well. So this is a very quick and short introduction about what we do, and now of course I would like to dive in very quickly. But before I do that, I just want to let you know that we always prepare a special webinar gift for all our webinar attendees. So do remember to stay till the end. And of course, you know, if you'd like to know more about what we do and also to be informed of our upcoming webinars, do subscribe and follow us on IG and Facebook. So that's very simple. It's just at lunch actually. And you can also follow me at Violet Lim for IG, and Asia Love Guru for Facebook. Okay, so for tonight's topic, why did we come up with tonight's topic? Because we thought like we really want to do a wrap up for the year. So like I mentioned, this is actually our 40th webinar, and it's actually also going to be our last webinar. Don't worry, it's not our last webinar forever. It's our last webinar for this year. So we thought what would be a really good topic to dive into, and we thought it would be really good to do a reflection on 2020, and of course also to help all of you to plan forward and gain some clarity on what we want to manifest. You know, I love the word manifest in 2021. So I'm very excited. I want to introduce to you our special guest for tonight. Let's put our hands together and give a very, very warm lunch actually welcome to our certified relationship coach, Neha Soni. Yes, so please give her the lunch day welcome by welcoming her in the chat right now by typing hello. Okay, so type hello to welcome Neha right now. So Neha, where are you? Are you there? Okay, let me, I'm going to ask you to start your video so that all our participants can see you. Yeah, there she is. Hi Neha, how are you?
Very good, Violet. How are you?
I'm good. We are so
Hello, everyone.
excited to have you here. You can see, like everybody welcome you in the chat right now. Wow, awesome.
Oh,
Like
wow.
our participants, as I've told you, like they are super awesome. They are super positive, like, so I see so many people welcoming Neha. I'm sorry, I can't even read out everybody, right? But I mean, I see Steve,
Hello.
I see Gordon, I see Mira, I see Kush, William. Like, wow, just go
Hello,
keep going on
everyone.
and on. Hui Lee,
Thank you.
Tracy.
Hi,
Awesome. So
Tracy.
like I've mentioned just now, Neha is actually from Hong Kong. And maybe Neha, you want to give an introduction about yourself so that, our participants tonight can get to know you better?
Sure, definitely. Thank you so much, Violet. And good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm so happy to join you all tonight. So a little bit about myself. I dreamed of being in the most loving relationship since I hit my teens, thanks to Bollywood romance. But I grew up in a conservative family where falling in love was like committing a sin. And because I didn't have the courage to speak against my family, I ended up in a 12-year long relationship in a marriage that was not right for me. And I felt lonely inside that relationship. However, I did not give up on my teenage dream and I quit my marriage. And then I gained confidence by getting training in coaching, practice yoga, meditation, and a lot of personal development. And then I got to know myself and what I truly desire in a relationship and learning to speak confidently, not being afraid to ask for what I want. In short, I was no longer afraid to be myself. And then I had clarity in my vision. And soon after, I found my soulmate. And now I help others find that clarity and the confidence so that they can find their soulmate and fulfill their desire. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome, Neha. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think, that's really something that our participants definitely would like to learn more about because, like as we are going through this weeks of webinars, like we do hear some of our singers, they are feeling, afraid to take that step forward or even, like the courage to break off from a really difficult relationship. And to know that our speaker for tonight, Neha, she has gone through, like many of these experiences herself. Like I believe, definitely our participants will be able to learn a lot from you. Yeah, so yeah, Neha, maybe you want to speak a bit louder or maybe you want to adjust your mic because some of our participants are saying that you're a bit soft and they cannot hear you very well.
Is it better now?
Oh, yes, yes, this is so much better. Awesome.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
thank you.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, right? Like the idea behind tonight's webinar is really, to do a love audit and to design like our best 2021. So what we'll be doing today, it's not going to just be like a Neha or me just talking on our own, like all our webinars is always interactive, and tonight is really going to be like a workshop style because we are going to be doing a bit of self-reflection. So if you do not already have like a pen and pencil and some paper in front of you, like you might want to prepare that because we really want you to be taking part in all of these great exercises that Neha has prepared for us tonight. So I believe that when it comes to goal setting, it's very important to track what we do as well. So, tonight we'll be setting goals, we'll be working on action plans. And so to start off with, I want to launch a quick poll. Okay, like I'm going to launch it right now. I'm going to launch a quick poll, right, to find out from all of you, like, what are some of the ways that you have actually tried to find love this year? Okay, so like, what have you done? Like, or maybe you made very little effort too because you have just been so busy with work. Like, or you're just very caught up like with this whole pandemic situation. Yes, so let us know, like, what have you done? Have you continued to meet other singers? Like, if yes, what did you do? Wow, okay, everybody is voting. Like, almost more than half the room has already voted. So if you have not, do join us. Like, we want you to participate. Yeah. So let's see, more than 65% have voted. Yeah, now close to 70%. Awesome. Okay, so while the rest of you vote, I just want to share with you the results. So quite interesting. We have two answers that have gotten very high votes. So the first one is yes, I've continued meeting singers and I've done it mostly through online dating apps, and that's 43%. And the next highest is actually my focus was not on meeting new people this year. So maybe those of you who have mentioned that, like that you have chosen that as your answer, that your focus is not on meeting new people this year, maybe you can share with us why, like why do you decide to not focus on meeting new people this year? What have you been busy with? And the next highest is actually join a dating company. So 16% say that, you have joined a dating company to continue meeting singers. And then the fourth highest is friends introduction. So 13% of you say that you have met other singers through friends introduction. Okay, so we have some comments in the chat as well. So Roman say have tried out Tinder, but it didn't really work out for him. Joseph say he's going for an event this Sunday. Awesome. Yeah, Joseph, happy to know that you are taking that first step to meeting people face to face again. And then Tony say it's because of COVID-19. That's why like have not been focusing on meeting new people. Sin say just have been very very busy with work even until today. Oh no. And then Kush say tried Tinder, tried Coffee Meets Bigger, but have not worked so far. Roman say kind of hard, because of the cultural gap. And Zoom users say used to believe that love will find me. Okay, so I always tell singles, like it's important to take that first step. Like as much as we love, like what Neha have said just now, right? Like Bollywood dramas or Hollywood romance. Like we all hope that somehow, like we'll just find someone or someone will find us. It's important to really take that first step and put ourselves out there as well. Okay, so that's really insightful. Great to know that many of you have continued to meet people, despite COVID-19. So my next question, as we are doing reflections on our love life this year, is did you actually try doing something new this year? Okay, so I'm going to put it out right now. So what is the one new thing that you have tried out this year? Yes, let's see. Okay, so quite a lot of you guys have answered. Yep, so let us know. Like it's okay if you did not do any of the things that we have listed above as well. And maybe you can let us know in the chat, if you did try out something new, but it's not listed out on the poll, what did you do? Okay, so the answers are coming in very quickly. More than 60% of the room have voted. Okay, so I'll just share the answers so far. Right now, about 67% of the room have voted. Okay, so the highest is actually none of the above. Okay, so 46% say none of the above. So I think, like I see some of you writing in the chat. Okay, so for virtual dating, very happy to know that 12% of the room have actually tried out virtual dating for the first time. So even though it's quite a small percentage, but I think quite a number of you have tried out. So those of you who have tried out, maybe you can let us know in the chat as well. So how did it work out for you? Do you like it? Like what do you like about it, or what do you not like about it? And then 16% of the room say that I finally downloaded a dating app for the first time. Wow, awesome. Yeah, so I think just now the question has also shown that, like about more than 40% of the room have been using dating apps to meet someone this year. And 23% of the room said that they have joined a dating agency for the first time. Wow, like awesome, like I hope that dating agency is us. So that's great, to know that so many of you have actually tried out something new. Okay, so let's see. We have Fiona. Fiona say that have joined a language course and some classes that are held in person. That's great. That's definitely a great way to meet new people. Lydia say, meeting up with old friends, like definitely meeting up with old friends is also another great way to reconnect. And, like sometimes if you have not met someone for a very, very long time, who knows, like sparks might actually fly. But I think more importantly is really also rekindling some old friendships, and from there, like they might also have single friends to actually introduce to you. Gordon say, try to get together with people, like I guess friends. June say tried Facebook dating, but it didn't really work out the way that she thought it would. Joshua say dating apps is a bit of an uncomfortable territory for him. I understand. Like I think it usually takes a while to warm up because it's not the most natural thing to be doing. Sunny say virtual dating is a good platform to screen your potential partner before meeting in person. Yes, definitely, that's a good point. Let's see. Since say Zoom for work meeting. Yes, that's true. I hope you also have tried Zoom to go on dates as well. Okay, so for those who have been actively dating this year, like maybe you can tell us what is the one thing that you have actually learned from dating this year? Like, was there a takeaway? What have you learned about yourself? Did you realize that maybe a conversation is something very important to build up connection? Or what is the one thing that you have learned from your dating experience this year? Let us know. Okay, so while you are telling us that, okay, so now I really like Neha to share. Like Neha, definitely, she has also gone through quite a lot, in 2020, like all of us have, because like COVID-19 is really like a black swan event, like something that we have all never expected, right? So Neha is also going to give us an overview of what we are going to be covering in tonight's segment. So over to you, Neha.
Definitely, Violet. And you guys are doing an amazing job stepping out of your comfort zones, trying apps, trying dating agencies, and joining lunch actually. So fabulous. So we're gonna look at some strategies to review 2020 and how you can celebrate little wins because they then snowball into big wins. And we'll also learn how you can establish clarity in what you want to manifest in 2021. And finally, how you can attract positivity in your life and feel more confident in yourself. So if you have your pens and papers ready, start thinking about what you did differently. What did you do differently? And we're going to begin soon.
Okay, thanks, Neha. So, Neha, so some of our participants commented that they feel that you're still quite soft. So, maybe you just want to hold up your mic when you are speaking. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, thanks, Neha. So, I think right now, so grab your pen and paper, and start thinking what did you do differently in 2020? Yeah, so let us know. Okay, so like we want to dive down now to our very first topic, which is really taking stock of what we have achieved in 2020, and of course how to celebrate the small and big wins as well. Yep. So maybe May, you want to show us the slide? Yep. So while the slide is coming on, I just want to share like some of the answers that our participants have given to us. So Danny say join Zoom Love webinar. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Evelyn say she have learned to cook. She has also become more organized, and she also has exercised regularly too. Wow, that's great. Like all really great stuff. Yep. So Neha, you want to walk us through this exercise?
Yes, definitely. So think about what you did differently. And so just think about the little things that you did. And thank you. And keep the answers coming. And so, what improved? Think about this. What improved thanks to COVID? Because of COVID, you cannot meet people in person. And then some of you mentioned that you are able to join some Zoom sessions to have like a pre, whether this is going to work out or not. So, you're checking your chemistry. So, think about what you tried yourself. I was consuming less coffee, and I got on a lot of Zoom calls myself. Can you hear me better? First of all, I need to confirm that.
Yes.
I,
So,
okay.
unfortunately, like, you might need to just hold up your mic because when you hold up the mic, then we can hear you clearer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry
Thank
about that.
you.
All right,
Yes.
perfect. So, and then some of you did some exercise because you can't go. Maybe the gyms are closed here in Hong Kong. That's what happened. So then, what did you do at home itself or wherever, whatever you did? Think about that, and you can start writing. What did you improve in your life? Very nice.
Yeah, so for those of you who are writing in the chat, that's awesome. Like if you prefer to write on paper, that's also great. But you can share with us in the chat. Like then we can also share with the rest. What are some of the things that you have learned. So we have seen a lot of you
Wonderful.
have learned some great skills. So other than Evelyn, we have Joshua who say that have been learning how to develop videos. Wow, that's great. Like that was something that I learned to do as well, to edit videos. I never thought that I could do it, so that was really fun. Sunny say, I learned to appreciate my current job more, during COVID-19. So definitely that is also a win as well. Kush say has learned to use many teleconferencing platforms. Wow. Kush has listed many: Google Teams, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Cisco, WebEx. Yeah, for sure. I think all of us suddenly have become like a very well versed with all of these things. Joshua say picked up new IT skills. Gordon has started to learn dancing at home. Wow. Li Ping say have learned to be more humble. Wow, Li Ping, thanks for sharing that. I think like that is definitely something very reflective, and it's also very humbling of you to actually share that with us. We really appreciate you sharing so deep with us. Tony say just graduated with a master research finance, like, and then won a research grant as well. Wow, congrats. That's really awesome. Shai say learn baking and cooking through YouTube. Suba say have learned Muay Thai as well. Wow, thanks guys. Like thanks for sharing all of this great things that you have learned with us. And you can also share with us maybe what has improved in your life thanks to COVID. I think that's a great question that Neha has asked here, because at the end of the day, COVID obviously is something that is very tough, but at the same time, like there's always silver linings as well. So like what is something that because of COVID, like your life has actually improved. I mean, I can share. For me, it's like I actually ended up being able to spend a lot of time with my family, because I usually travel a lot previously, so that was something that was really good. Yeah. Neha, what about you? Like what really improved in your life thanks to COVID?
I started to connect better with people, and I joined more Zoom talks. Thankfully, I didn't get Zoom fatigue. But this way, I was able to reach out of Hong Kong and reach you guys and reach other places somewhere in Europe and connecting with more people. So now I can reach anybody and everywhere. Like that's kind of in a way not necessarily stepping out of my comfort zone, but just thinking what is possible for me. So that's something that I tried, and then I noticed like, okay, I'm sometimes because I was also working on so the opportunity to write a book came up, and then that was something that I just took on, and I realized at home I'm just procrastinating, but then I just needed to reflect why it is that I'm procrastinating, and then all of those fears, I had to face them. It's like, if I have to write a book, I have to practice what I'm writing about. So all of those little things, and then I start to have more meditation, deeper reflection, and then I'm able to calm myself down, and then I'm able to write my book and everything. So, okay, are we ready for the next part, the no toxic
Yes,
positivity?
definitely. So I think like now that we have reflected on 2020, right? We really want to look forward to 2021, and of course we want to hear from Neha, like what are some of your top tips when it comes to manifesting, like our wants and our goals for 2021.
Before that, I wanted to talk about the non-toxic positivity, if that's okay.
Yes,
The
please.
Yes, so I'm not about not toxic positivity because people say we have to be positive all the time. Well, when you are positive all the time, it's like, and it's okay. But if you are avoiding something and keeping up because you can't show your emotions and your true self, that becomes toxic for you. And that's the thing that you don't want to do. And the thing is, I was complaining. I noticed myself, I was complaining. And then I told my boyfriend, if you hear me complaining, please, can you stop me? And then I noticed myself as well. Okay, if I'm complaining, I need to stop complaining and I start appreciating more him, me, whatever it is that I'm doing, whatever opportunities are coming up for me. So that's how you celebrate your little wins, because then they become big wins when you reflect back on them. And you guys are trying some wonderful, wonderful things. Awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
I totally agree with you, Neha. And I think you brought up a very good point that it's also important to be true to ourselves as well. And sometimes, like being overly positive all the time, like that might also lead to I think a burnout, right? Because like if we keep
yes.
having to feel that we have to put on a show or we have to put on this particular side of us, because we just feel that that's what's expected of us. I think that's something really good that you have brought up.
Yeah. Thank you. Um, so before we go into 2021, I wanted to, one moment. Um, Before we get there, I wanted to talk about the law of attraction. If anybody is familiar with the law of attraction, because this is very important to understand when you're trying to manifest whatever you want. So can
Yep.
we maybe
So we
help?
are putting out a poll right now. So have you heard of the law of attraction? So let's see. Everybody is voting. Yes, and I think there's a split. From what I'm seeing right now, of like 60% of the room have voted. So it's about maybe about 70-30. So 70% have heard of law of attraction and 30% have not.
Awesome. Awesome. So can we bring up the slide? I want to talk to you about the law of attraction.
Yep. So for those of you who have tried
Oh,
out the law of attraction, right? Maybe you can also share with us, has it actually worked for you? So just going to run the poll very quickly.
okay, sure.
Yeah. So from what I'm seeing from all the people who have voted so far, it's quite a split. So I think some of about 40% say that sometimes I'm not sure, and then another about 40% say that not really. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, and about 20% say I believe it has worked and it's working. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, so I think Neha, definitely you have some great tips for us, on how we can actually manifest, like more better things in our life.
Definitely. And thank you for your feedback. So now the law of attraction, very important, all right? The law of attraction is working all the time, just like the law of gravity. Okay. If you drop something, it will fall to the floor, right? You don't have to make it fall to the floor. Similarly, you don't need to activate the law of attraction. And in order to explain that, I'm going to talk to you about happiness, for example. Happiness is an emotion. You feel that, right? It's something you feel it. And sometimes we associate happiness with things outside of us in the future. And then we say, when I am in a relationship, I'll be happy. When I get XYZ, I'll be happy. But the problem is that happiness can it's an inside job. It can only be found inside of you. And then when the thing or the person that you associate happiness with is no longer there, you can't be happy. You cease to be happy and you feel loss of control over your life. And when you are not happy by yourself, you're attracting that because that's what you are vibrating. So, what do I mean by vibration and emotions? If I can show the next slide, this one. So if you see this, the vibration slide, it says you can see, okay, if a drop of water falls and then it just goes out, it's just like that, how you are sending out those vibes outside. All right. And whatever it is that you are feeling, that's what you are going to attract, because that's what you are feeling in that, in your moment. So your thoughts and your feelings both are important, because that's what you are going to be sending out as a message. And then you're going to attract that, whatever your state of mind is. So it's very important to know. And then your emotions. If you look at it, this is like sand in the water and it's swirling, all right? Right? When we have too many thoughts and there is like so much chaos and mess and busyness going on in our lives, it's you have very busy lives, and then this the head also is like very busy thinking, thinking, thinking. So it's the sand in the water. When you practice meditation or just practice stillness, what happens? Or just leave the water as it is, the water is going to settle. So the sand is going to settle at the bottom. It's the same thing with your thoughts and emotions as well. Gradually they'll settle, and then you find clarity. Okay, and so this is very important. And so I want you, just a moment. And then your emotions, they are your guidance system, and they tell you how you are feeling from moment to moment. And this is just the way your body communicates through feelings and sensations, and they're temporary. But the problem gets bigger when you make your temporary feeling into a reality. You say, for example, I feel lonely is a feeling, and then that becomes I am lonely. Like you're associating your feeling is become like something permanent, because feelings come and feelings go. And so you have to be more conscious about what you want to manifest, and you have to be conscious about what you're thinking, because whatever it is that you're thinking is creating an emotion in your body, and then you are vibrating that, and then you're actually sending out the message and attracting that which is your feeling. Okay, so you have to be careful about whatever it is that you are thinking and feeling, and practice more mindfulness, being conscious, because you want to consciously manifest. Then you want to be conscious about your thoughts and emotions. And now we can go to the next slide where they can fill out. So clarity. What is your vision for 2021? Think about what it is that you want. um, for example, I see myself speaking on stages, and then personally, for you may want to think personally, what is it that I want? Maybe you say you want to lose weight, maybe you want to find a nice kind partner. you know it's different. Like when you say like I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want, it's like thinking about, don't think of the pink elephant. You're going to think about the pink elephant, right? And when I say no, think about the gray elephant, you're going to think about the gray elephant. So the universe, this is how the law of attraction works. The universe does not understand don't. So you say, I know you've had heartbreaks, I know you have had a lot of troubles in dating, and what do you call them, um, big, not just heartbreaks, also ghosting. So many things happen to you. So just, instead of I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want that, instead say, okay, what do I want? I want someone who is going to be emotionally available to me. I want a kind person as a partner. So be like more clarity. What is it that you do actually want? Think about that. Okay. And then you do this exercise and then write down personally, what is it that you want? Professionally, what do you want to do? I want to be doing more speaking opportunities. I want to be helping more people find their soulmates. That's what I want to do. Coach says he wants to find the soulmate. And yeah, and how do you want to, and like when you are, if you are hurting, you want to take care of that, because when you're not happy, that's what you're going to attract. Then that's how it happens. Like one lonely person gets together with another lonely person, and they think, oh, it's going to be a great party. It may not necessarily work out, because when that other person is no longer there, then what? because you're depending on something. That happiness, that thing is gone. And then you're so sad and lonely again. So find that space, find that thing inside of you so that you can attract that which you want. Whatever you want to attract, you have to become that. So think about that. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, so we have some of you who have been sharing your answers with us. Thank you so much. So I think a lot of you are sharing that you're looking to find someone who you could share your life with. Um, one of you said that like to get much more comfortable with dating and explore about relationships by meeting more people. Um, and then like we have someone who give a very good affirmation. So I think affirmations are very important as well to just remind ourselves and to affirm ourselves. So this lady say, like I'm a kind, humble, confident lady. And then we have someone who say that, I'm looking to find a person whom I can connect with and open up with honestly. So, thank you so much for sharing all your goals for this year. Yeah, and I think, like it's very important, like what you guys are doing right now, to really write it down, because what I have noticed for myself as well is that when I write down my goal, the chances of it happening is definitely much higher. Yeah, so Neha, so like now that we have firstly we have celebrated our wins for 2020, and then we have also set clarity for our goals, like for 2021. So I think the next part what you'll be sharing with us is another C, which is
yes.
confidence. Like so maybe you can share with us how we can use this knowledge to be more confident in achieving our goals for 2021.
Definitely, definitely. So what do we have here? Can we bring up the next slide, please? Ah, perfect. Yeah. So um, now when you understand clarity a little bit more, if some of you are practicing meditation, perfect, great. Do whatever you can to find that clarity, and then when you have more clarity in what you want to manifest, how are you going to crush your goals in 2021 with confidence? Now, someone very wise said, you get confidence when you do things. So, action and taking conscious actions. So, how are you going to become and attract people who are going to support you in what you want to do? Surround yourself with like minded people. Okay, that's one thing. And then, just like how you're sharing on this platform your goals, you see, Violet understands what your goals are. I understand what your goals are. When you share your goals with like minded people, they encourage you. They say, yes, go for it. Go for it, Joshua. Go for it. And then make your goals measurable and reachable. If you don't know where you want to go, then you will not reach your destination. And then you have to actually see yourself on a daily basis. You achieve those tasks little by little, and you tick off those lists. You say, okay, I want to do these, I want to do this. And then you tick off the things. Then those, when you do that on a daily basis, when you make that list, to-do list every single morning, then you tick them off on your list. This will help you to grow your confidence. And what just want to share with you what I was doing. I learned from my own coach who writes a book, so he's helping me write my book, and he does a lot of other beautiful webinars where he's sharing passionately what he himself does to push through his goals and what he does every morning. So then I apply to whatever I learned from him, I apply myself. And in the morning, I walk and then I'm reading at the same time. After I'm done with that 20 minutes of reading, and then I'll come back and then I make my goals list for the day. Okay, what is it that I want to do? Two, three things. Sometimes I'm only able to do one thing, so I'll just focus on that one thing. If some days I'm able to do three things, fantastic. Praise yourself along the way. Praise yourself. Praise yourself along the way. When you do that, you will feel happy with yourself. You will feel confident with yourself. So when the practice of actually having done what you have done, that is going to help you to get where you want to go. And goal is just like, you're going to get there, like, reach for the stars. If you even fail, you reach the moon. So plan, aim high, aim big, go for it. Soulmates, some of you want soulmates, go for it, fabulous. And then breaking down your goals, like what are your passions, what are your goals? Okay, like I want to read one book a month, I want to finish exercise, I want to exercise 20 minutes, and then track your progress. For me, my goal for this month is I need to finish my book. I need to finish the first draft of my book. So that's what I'm working on. So you measure those goals, and then when on on before Christmas, I'm going to tick that off my list. So, what is one thing that you think you can do this month? Feel free to share.
Yeah, thanks, Neha. And I think some of them already have been sharing. So, for example, someone shared that passion is to build on career goal and also have a helper in colleague who's helping. And then we have someone who say that, looking to become more adventurous with social apps or platforms, to try a new app. And then we also have someone who say that looking to do voluntary activity in 2021 as well. So I think I really like to thank Neha for sharing. I think one of the most important thing is really about surrounding yourself with people who will help you, because a lot of times, like when we working on a new goal, especially something that's we are not so familiar with, it's very easy to give up because we are not sure how to get about it, we are not sure, like what is happening. But like what Neha have said, to maybe have an accountability partner or even a support network or even people who have done it before, like that would be very helpful to make us accountable and help us to be more successful in achieving our goal.
Evelyn is saying, I tend to procrastinate or get lazy at times. Yes. Find out the reason why you procrastinate. Procrastination is just a surface level thing. It's not like, okay, there is something underneath of procrastination. So think about what's underneath of that. I was procrastinating as well earlier this year. I was procrastinating about researching my book. So underneath of that procrastination, what did I find? It's all my fears coming up about, what's possible for me. So then I'm becoming lazy about doing my research. That's exactly what happened. And then I said, okay, no, I have to face it. I'm writing a book on self love. So I need to practice that and practice compassionate. So don't practice compassion. Don't hate yourself for procrastinating. Find out why is it that, what is it that's motivating you, and what is that you would do instead. Think about different strategies that you can bring to, okay, how can you work around that? And if one strategy is not working, what can help you? You can ask a coach, or you can talk to a friend. As long as you keep pushing, just keep pushing yourself.
Yeah. Neha, so we actually have a question here from one of our participants. So the
Yes,
question is, I believe I'm generally giving off happy or good vibes, but
yes.
what if I'm always attracting weird people or people whom I'm not attracted to? So what should I do to attract the right type of people for me?
Thank you for your question. Very good question. Now, anything that happens several times, it's a pattern. So you have to do something to become conscious about, okay, I am creating this pattern over and over. So what do I need to do differently? And then, like, what is it inside of you? Look inside of you. What is inside of you that is attracting that weirdness? And when you embrace your own weirdness, maybe you will find a little shift in the kind of people you start to attract. When you have accepted that in your life, in yourself, then no longer you will feel challenged by other those such such situations or such people. That will cease to exist, or gradually it will dissipate, because it's not like one hit magic pill that you have to work on it once and it's gone. No, it's a pattern. So take time, because it's built over time, so it takes time to resolve that inside of yourself.
Yeah,
Does that
that's
help you?
yeah, I think that's awesome. I think like what you say, rather than thinking like, okay, why do I keep attracting these weird people? Like you say, like maybe there's something that we need to accept about ourselves first, like really looking at things from a different perspective. So we have another question here from another one of our participants. So he says that, I have enjoyed all of the tips and strategies that you have shared with us tonight, but to a certain extent, I feel that, everything seemed to be so planned out, like I need to set goals, like I need to do all so many different things, shouldn't love just happen naturally?
Very great question. And let me tell you, true love is something that you have to be open to. So it can happen. It's not, okay, I understand it should happen naturally. And sometimes it can. But if you need some help, and if you, the thing is, we are very poor at looking at ourselves. So it's okay to get help where you are struggling. It's like, it's people think, oh, if I'm going to ask for help, then it's I'm weak, or it's a bad thing. No, don't be afraid to ask for help. And then it's sometimes it can happen naturally. Sometimes you need to look at yourself, and then you need to do some serious work with yourself in order for you to get to that next level. Like I said, if you want to attract the love that you are looking for, you have to become that. You want your soulmate, you have to become the match for that. Only then that's the law of attraction working, and you come together. So the planning, okay, that's part of it. And then some things, what happens, okay, I'll tell you. I had some idea around what I wanted in my soulmate. I said, okay, I want a very open-minded person, definitely, because that's the person who I would be able to talk. I'm intellectualized. I like intellectual stimulation. I like intellectual conversations, and I like having those with people. So I definitely want that in a person. And then, so I have clarity in what I want, but that's like outside. Okay, this is what I want, but then what is it that I need to do within myself as well? So it's not just limited to, okay, this. And then when it comes to communicating, what is it that I created those patterns as well when I was single. I'm meeting similar kind of people who are not interested in investing with me. So then I have to look at, what do I need to do? Then I looked up other coaches, and I started following them, and I started understanding, how do I need to communicate so that I can speak to them? What is it that I am doing that's not right, that I need to change? So there is a bit of planning, but then some part of it needs to be left at, okay, God will bring for that. And then who I have in my life right now, if you saw it up in the slides, one of the first few slides, that's my soulmate, that's my boyfriend, and he is way more than all the things that I had imagined. He's so much more than I had imagined. So you need to have a little bit of clarity. You need to do your work, and then be open. A lot of the times you're afraid, a lot of fear about love, and then you're closed, like your whole body language is closed like that. So you need to also open up to that, and be fearless when it comes to, going out and dating. Because if you want love, you can't be going, I want to be loved. No, you have to give. Love is about giving as well, right? And then you can receive as well. Otherwise, like this, you can't even love, you can't receive, you can't give. So it's a mix, and you have to do your part
Yeah,
to have
thank you so
clarity.
much, Neha. And we have one last question here. I mean, we have a lot of questions, but in view of time, so this will be our last question for tonight. So I think, we are talking about law of attraction, right? So the question here from this particular participant is there such a thing as having bad luck in love? I've tried all sort of ways, like that, everybody have given to me, when it comes to dating. I've just tried out so many things, but at the end, I'm still single.
Mm, well, like I said, you're creating a pattern. You have created a pattern of bad luck. Okay, is it's hard. I know it is very hard. You have tried a lot of things. I understand that. And thank you for trying. And it could be that there's one last thing or two last things that you did not try. Because of that, you are not able to see things in a different perspective. And when you see things differently, the things you look at change. So there is, you will continue to have bad luck until you meet somebody right. And expecting to have like, okay, a good match every single time you go out on a date with a new person is you're going to you're kind of going to disappoint yourself. So you don't want to do that. And like, instead of thinking, okay, I hope this person likes me, you can think about it when you go to meet a new person. For example, uh do I like this person? That's you coming from a confident place. Do I like this person? Do I want to go for a walk with this person? Do I see myself talking with this person again? Do I want to go on another coffee date or dinner date or do something else with this person, an activity I'm going to enjoy? So think about, okay, what are the possibilities? So you have to look at, okay, bad luck. You will meet bad matches until you meet someone nice. And if you are creating that pattern of meeting bad matches, you have to again look at what is it that is causing you to attract that person or those type of people and have bad luck upon bad luck. You may feel like you have tried everything, but I hear this all the time with the people that I say, okay, if I have found my soulmate, I did a lot of bad things and then I did something right. And you need to try something that maybe I have tried, which I can help you with, or which Violet can help you with, or other dating coaches can help you with, right? So,
Definitely, Neha. I totally agree with you. And I think a lot of times, like good things happen. Like there's sort of like this chart, right, or this picture I've seen many times, that it just happened right at the very end. And if like the person didn't sort of push through or just keep going, then they wouldn't have experienced success. Yeah, and I
yep,
think the other thing that you have shared as well, like so when it comes to like law of attraction, because like law of attraction cannot like understand the word not, right? So we
yeah,
know if we keep focusing on like, oh, I'm having so much bad luck, I'm having so much bad luck, then what we are just saying is just attracting all of this bad luck to us. So something to think about again. Yeah.
yeah, very,
So like Neha, thank you so much for being here with us tonight, and I think definitely our participants tonight have learned a lot from your sharing. So if they would like to get to know you better or know more about what do you do, how can they actually reach you?
you can go to my website. That's like nehasoni.com. And you can email me at contact@nehasoni.com. Guys, thank you so much for being here and listening. It's been great sharing with you guys. I also have a podcast. So in October, I launched my podcast. You can find it on Anchor and you can also find it on Spotify by the name The Relationship Academy. There is another podcast by the same name on Apple, and that is not mine. So the one on Anchor and Spotify, those are this one by Neha Soni. So that's mine. Go and listen, and by all means, feel free to send me any questions. If you think that I've not covered a topic, by all means, you can tell me what topic you would like to hear. And yeah, reach out to me, contact me at my website. Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Violet.
thank you so much, Neha. And as always, we also have prepared something special for all our participants for the webinar. So tonight's webinar gift is actually the signs that you're ready for marriage. Yes, so I know like a number of you are still looking for the right one. However, we also know that there are some of you, like who are actually dating exclusively now, or like close to like finding the person that you want to marry, right? So we have have this very special gift tonight, like signs that you're ready for marriage. So even though you have not found someone, but it's also about like knowing, are you actually ready to commit to, like being in a long-term relationship. So if this is something that you're interested in, like you can sign up for our webinar gift over here. And of course, as usual, we have a complimentary dating analysis session for all newcomers as well. So, like this would help you to get to know yourself better, like understand what works for you, what might not work for you. And our coach and our dating consultant will be giving you some great dating advice as well. So, please to go to the link that we are putting up right now. And Neha would also like to share a special gift with you. Yeah, so we are so thankful for Neha, because like I think she's like probably one of the speakers who actually also have a gift for you. So like she has this book, ebook. So if you're interested to get this ebook, you can go to her website, nehasoni.com, and you can get a copy of this ebook as well. So we also would like to encourage you to also share our webinars with your friends. So if you have benefited from our webinar, or you actually are here because you have heard about our webinar from your friends, do go to the link that we have given you just now, to share with them about the webinars that we are running. So I would just want to also take this time to thank everybody for your participation. So like I mentioned, this will be our last webinar, not forever, but just for this year. So definitely, there's going to be another great lineup of webinars in 2021. So we do look forward to seeing you again in 2021. And of course, if you have any suggestions on what you would like to hear from us with regards to our webinars for 2021, do let us know. You can just always drop us an email at love@lunchactually.com, because we would love to hear from you. What would you like to learn more of? How else can we help you to level up? Like to help you to be the best version of yourself in 2021 as well. So on this note, I just want to take this opportunity to thank Neha for her precious time for joining us tonight, and for sharing with us all these great tips and strategies. And as always, we always want to hear from you as well. It's like what is the biggest takeaway that you have for tonight? Because I always tell you guys that when we do these webinars, like we are not just doing it for the sake of you, like just listening and not doing anything about it. So I want to hear from you right now. Please write in the chat, like what is the one thing that you have learned, like what is the biggest takeaway from tonight? So do let us know in the chat. Yeah, so we have Natalie who say, tonight's webinar is the first time I actually get a lot of things from the beginning to the end. Thanks, Neha. Wow, awesome. Yeah, we have Krishan who say, thank you, Violet and Neha, for an insightful and engaging session. Sunny say, thank you, Violet, for conducting all the LA webinars for the year 2020. Your webinars have certainly bring me one step closer to finding my love. Yes, Sunny, thank you for that. Yes, so Priscilla say, reminding me about the law of attraction. Raj say, Gandhi, be the change that you want to see. Yeah,
Yeah,
so Cindy who say that if you want to attract someone who has the character you would like, you have to firstly be the same. Yeah, definitely, like that's a very good reminder. And Cindy say, thanks, Neha. Joshua say, don't be afraid to try something new. And also thanks for the advice on law of attraction. Hadrono say, I learned about law of attraction. Thank you, Neha. Gordon say, thank you for organizing such
you're
webinar. Yeah.
welcome.
So thank you so much, Neha. We will let you go because I think it's quite late in the night, so definitely for those of you who like to follow Neha, you can go to her website as she have mentioned. So thanks so much, Neha. Good night, and I look forward to seeing you, like when the borders reopen and I'm able to see you in Hong Kong.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much. I had a great time, and you guys are amazing. You're doing a
Yep.
wonderful job, Violet. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good night.